สวัสดีครับ I'm Point, a mental health coach with the Thrive program. When it comes to the issue of self-esteem, building a high self-esteem, working on your self-esteem, a question may arise, and that is, well, what is the difference between high self-esteem and, let's say, overconfidence or arrogance? That's a good question, and here's how I like to look at it. First of all, self-esteem, it could be said, is how you think and feel about yourself today, now. It is your own subjective evaluation of your self-worth, your value. In other words, do you think, feel, and believe that you are a likable person, a worthy person, a valuable person, a lovable person? Therefore, to have genuinely high self-esteem that is stable, that sense of self-value must come from within. It must be dependent upon your internal sources of the appraisal of your self-worth, not dependent upon external validation, for example. In other words, you're looking within yourself to find and derive your sense of value. You're not looking outside of yourself. You're not looking for validation outside of yourself to gauge how valuable you are as a human being or as a person. You're not looking outside of yourself to compare yourself to other people in order to feel good about yourself, for example, which in that case, that could lead to overconfidence and arrogance. For example, if you do a good job at work and your boss praises you, and therefore you look and compare yourself to other colleagues, and all of a sudden you feel like a better worker than they do. You feel more talented than they do, and you feel better about yourself based upon looking down on them in some way, shape, or form. That kind of perspective can lead to overconfidence and arrogance. But if you look inside yourself to derive your sense of value, you're more likely to focus on the efforts that you're putting in every day to be better, to try harder, to do better. You're focused on the efforts and not only on the outcome. This is not to say that the outcome is not important, but that you don't want to make it everything. When you focus on your efforts, you're focusing on what you're doing every day to make the best out of it. And I would even argue that this leads you to become more humble because you start to appreciate how much pain and suffering often comes about if you tie your sense of self-worth to external sources of validation. It can be a very painful experience. And your journey to take back control, to take back empowerment, to take back power, teaches you that, and you appreciate that, and that humbles you. More importantly, when you look inside of yourself, you start to focus on how you respond to life's circumstances, no matter how unpleasant they may be. For example, somebody is being mean to you for no reason, and you start to focus on how you respond as a gauge for your self-worth and value. Right? Did you respond with patience? Did you respond with kindness and compassion, despite the fact that they were being mean to you for no apparent reason? And no matter how they continue to behave, right? Perhaps you still responded with patience and kindness, but they still continue to be mean to you. Right? You're not looking for their reaction to gauge and find your self-worth, but you're looking at how you responded and the effort you put in to become more patient, to become more understanding, to become more kind, to become more compassionate. And that humbles you. And once you start to understand this, you understand others more as well. You become more loving and more compassionate. And I think that's a humbling experience. And that's how I would like to look at it. So I hope this was valuable. Do let me know what you think in the comments. I hope to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. สวัสดีครับ